Am I building brands with my Etsy stores or just dropshipping? So this is a very interesting question. People ask me this a lot of the time. With Etsy, it's very hard to convince people you're a brand and to actually get people to buy because you're a brand. No one really cares on the Etsy platform. The most important thing about Etsy is that the product is good. People don't really have brand loyalty. Unless it's one of these massive stores, such as Caitlin Minimalist, that has done literally millions upon millions of orders, tens of millions of fucking revenue in sales. People don't really care, right? No one's searching through your store like, oh, fucking Karen's jewelry store USA has added another product. Let's buy it quickly. No one really cares. So it's very difficult to build a brand with it. But when you do get your store big enough, let's say you have 500, 1,000 orders total, you are able to drag some people over to a Shopify store and try and build somewhat of a small brand outside of there. Let's say you have 50 customers purchasing from you every single month. If you're running at like 70% gross margins on a Shopify store, that's what, like 50 times 20, it's 1,000 rev, 70% margins, that's 700 extra pounds profit a month. And you're bringing them away from Etsy, so you save money on fees, you're building a bit of brand, and it's just a bit better to do it like this. Then potentially, even at a later date, because you've got that data, it makes it easier to run Facebook, TikTok, all these different types of advertising platforms to the Shopify site. But if you're a complete and utter beginner, which most of you people are in here right now, don't even think about making a Shopify site for your Etsy store. Don't even think about making it like a brand. Like, this is just unrealistic. Obviously, brand your store, add a logo, add all things like this, and make it seem like you've been going for many years, but don't actually pretend like you're going to get anyone over to your Shopify site if you have fucking 100 sales. It's just not worth it. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, building a brand on Etsy and bringing people over to Shopify is very difficult. Like, it's just difficult. Like, I've been on the platform for a long time, and if you really, so a lot of people want to build a brand, and I get that because the longevity is very strong for the brand, right? Like, Gymshark will go for many years because they have a lot of brand. Like, even if all their marketing stopped from tomorrow, they still have a brand, they have a lot of returning customers, and they have their data, their email and their text messages, right? Their SMS. So it's very good to build a brand long term, but what I'd recommend, a lot of you guys are beginners into the e-commerce world. So I would recommend start with Etsy, get your cash flow up. If you're earning 10K a month, you have a lot, like 10K cash a month, every single month. You have a lot of flexibility with what you can do. You can attempt to build a brand. You have experience with Etsy, you've made money, it's a safe bet. And then you can go off and go build a watch brand, go build a clothing brand, go spunk all your money on doing shit like this. But in the beginning, don't do that.